Being likable cost me years of my life. Cost me relationships I should have ended way sooner, kept me in jobs that I had outgrown, and later it quietly capped my income as a creator. Likability is something we usually learn early on, and it's something that kept us safe. Being agreeable, being easy, not rocking the boat, and that pattern, it doesn't disappear when you grow up. It just changes form, looks a little bit different. Even when you think that you've healed it, it will still resurface. Because I honestly thought I had done the work and I was healed. I had built the confidence, I had done a lot of things, and I thought I moved past that people pleasing tendency. But when I looked honestly at my content, at my leadership, and especially at my sales conversions, I realized I was still choosing safety, just in a different way. The first cost to playing it safe when it comes to being a creator is it dilutes your message. Because when you're optimizing for approval, you soften your opinions. You don't really take a stand for what you believe in. You speak to everyone and no one is moved by what you have to say. And for a long time, I was creating and it was true to me and it was authentic. It just wasn't fully anchored. In the moment, honestly, I kind of got pissed off. I'm like, you know what? That's it. I'm going to start saying what I feel. That's when things changed. It's also when I got a lot of haters and judgment, but there's always a price to pay. Either way you go. But it's also when the right people leaned in, when growth started to really happen. And I started to get more creative and expressive about what I really felt. All right, and then let's talk about sales because this one has been uncomfortable for me to face. And I want to be honest here. I'm still integrating this. I'm still learning this in real time. But what I can already see clearly is how being likable shows up in sales. And it looks like over explaining your offers, over validating prospects, hesitating to ask for a decision. It looks like rescuing people from their discomfort when you feel uncomfortable. And we justify this behavior because we think like, oh, we're being supportive. We're creating safety, we're building trust, but we're really just keeping people stuck in their pain and circling and not changing. And then they feel kind of good for a bit after they get off the call because you've just validated them. And then they never change their life and you don't make any more money. So it's kind of a vicious cycle. And here's what I'm learning. You can sell and get results with tactics. You can say the right words, but conviction doesn't come from technique. It comes from self-trust. And as a people pleaser, self-trust is hard because you're used to absorbing other people's emotions. You feel responsible for their hesitation, their fear, their uncertainty. And the moment that you do that, you stop being grounded. Authority in sales isn't pressure. It's presence, being able to stay calm, stay steady, and let someone else have their experience without taking it on as your responsibility. And that's the work that I'm doing now. And the third cost, it shows up as nervous energy in your content. And this one surprised me. As creators, people pleasing doesn't always look emotional. Sometimes it looks fast, talking faster, explaining more, filling every silence, trying to get everything out. And that urgency isn't confidence. It's your nervous system trying to manage perception. What I'm actively practicing is this. Grounded authority speaks slower. It says less. When you slow down your pace, your body catches up to your message and people feel the difference. So what I'm choosing instead in 2026, I'm not choosing to be less caring, but I am going to stop choosing to carry what's not mine. I'm learning to detach emotionally without disconnecting, to trust myself enough to let people decide, to speak slower, and let my presence land, to stop rescuing and to start leading. And this isn't about being cold. It's about becoming anchored. If being likable has kept you safe, I understand, but ask yourself, what is it costing you? Because the cost of being likable is paid back the moment you stop betraying yourself. And that's the work I'm committed to.